Hey, what's going on, guys? This is AndrewChicken, and welcome back to another video. The Rejuvenate change has seen a lot of new playstyles emerge, and one of the most obvious candidates who would be a major beneficiary of this new Rejuvenate rework is Raum, because Raum has some of the highest self-healing in the game, and, well, Rejuvenate, of course, impacts all healing output now except lifesteal, which means Raum's self-healing should, in theory, be affected. However, after a little bit of testing, I came to the conclusion in my Rejuvenate video that, well, Raum does not actually get affected by Rejuvenate nearly as much as you would expect. And here's the test I did. Well, pop Soul Harvest. We get 6,650 HP from that, and I'm using a build that doesn't have any extra healing effects in it. Then we buy Rejuvenate. Of course, let's let that expire, and let's see how much health we get. With Rejuvenate, we go back up to the exact same value, so that means Rejuvenate isn't working, right? Well, it's actually a little bit deeper than that, and it made me realize, for the first time, how Raum's Soul Armor actually works in terms of its interaction as a sort of self-healing thing, because we haven't had to think about ways to increase Raum's self-healing before. We haven't had to think about that with, percent-based increases and all that. So it actually works a little bit differently. And Rejuvenate does, in fact, actually affect Raum quite substantially the way we thought it originally would. There's just a small caveat to that. So, let me just show you Raum's healing, right? We get 200 healing per soul. So if I just start shooting Cassie here, you see my health is going up by 200 every time. But, let's just go ahead and kill the Cassies. And get up to that maximum value of 8,650. Now you'll notice in the center of my screen, I'm starting to get plus signs because I'm healing myself. So if I let her shoot me now, you'll notice that now my health is going up by 260, which is being affected fully by Rejuvenate. So we get the full 30% extra. So what is going on here? Well, it turns out when you don't have soul armor, right? When you let it expire and you got nothing, no purple health whatsoever, the way Raum's Soul Armor works is that it increases your maximum health rather than giving you, an actual form of healing. That's why when I'm shooting Cassie right now that my Soul Armor's expired, you don't see me getting any healing in the center of my screen. But as soon as I get up to maximum Soul Armor, now you do see me getting healing, because then once I'm at my maximum possible health value with Soul Armor, it just heals me instead. It switches from a max health multiplier thing to just a raw heal, right? So it kind of switches, I guess, the way it's working on the back end would be my guess for how this is working. So yeah, now if I go ahead and let her shoot me a bunch, we can use our Soul Harvest. You can see the Soul Harvest is giving me 2,600 health instead of 2,000 health. So the Soul Harvest is working, the regular souls are working. All of this is indeed affected by Rejuvenate. It's just you have to build all the way up to your maximum soul armor before you actually get affected by any sort of Rejuvenate. And if I dip below, right, let me build all my stuff back. If I then dip below my maximum armor value, I will still be getting healed as long as you see my max health stated as 8,650 there. So dip below, and now, yeah, I'm still getting that 260 value. So it's only if you let it expire is when you're going to stop getting it affected by Rejuvenate. Then you're going to have to build it all the way back up to your max health value again, and then it'll start working again. So, yeah, Rejuvenate works. It just, it matters whether or not you actually have your soul armor maxed out or not. And if you keep refreshing your soul armor, as long as you make sure that never expires, you should pretty much always be affected by Rejuvenate. So, that's pretty nice. And we're going to take it into a real match here, and we're going to see just how good it feels to play the new and improved Raum. Oh my gosh, are we about to... Oh my gosh, I didn't even say anything, and we have 4 tanks in here right now. Wait. Uh-oh. I guess I'm playing the healer then. Oh my gosh. I did not say a word. I can't believe this. We have 5 tanks in a random casual match. The one time I try and showcase Raum and we're about to play Subservience. That is so silly. Well, anyways, let's go ahead and grab Subservience here and let me show you the build that we're about to run. This is my very standard Raum build. We have Harbinger at level 5 for a bunch of cooldown reduction on Juggernaut, which is always very important. Void Lord, one of Raum's best cards, if not his best card. 20% damage reduction is huge. And we also have Shattered Essence for even further healing, which we're using to further augment the power that we're going to get from Rejuvenate. And we are just going to rush Rejuvenate as much as possible. This is going to be very ridiculous. This might go terribly since we don't actually have a tank, but by golly, we're going to give it our best shot, and I'm going to upload this video just because it's so silly. I genuinely can't believe it. But yeah, while we're waiting for the match to start, why don't you make sure you're subscribed? I don't ask this a lot, but I noticed that over half the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, and, well, it would be nice to reach 100k one day, and you can help make that happen, so just thought I'd mention that. But yeah, let's head out here, and let's try and make this work. So, yeah, one thing to note with Raum is that you do not get souls from shooting shields, so when Ruckus puts up his flux generator, it's very important that, well, I just try and shoot someone else to get some healing output if I possibly can. But yeah, I've got the Rejuve active. We're going to see if I can face Tank Talus here. It looks like I can't, and my team is dying quite a lot. Uh-oh. That's not good. But yeah, I want to talk about, you know, where Raum goes in the meta now after this pretty sizable buff. Because obviously receiving 30% increased self-healing on a champion who's already a very powerful self-healer is a big deal. And yeah, is it enough to make him, you know, a B tier or an A tier tank up from C tier? Because previously I put him in C tier for being generally a niche tank. Still strong in the right circumstances, but he just gets countered by too much. And I do generally feel like that is true when it comes to Raum here. I think he still gets countered by too much to be, like, you know, super high, like S or A tier tank. Certainly not S, that's for sure. But, you know, there is a chance that it brings him higher into the meta, because when you do play him, obviously not in a combo like this where you just have no healer and you have a bunch of tanks, but when you play him supplementary to another support with a bunch of beefy characters, like, you know, I don't know, you got another tank on the team, maybe two, you know, you got like a Nara Nyx or someone like that, you got Tyra on the team. The extra healing from Subservience can be very powerful, and he can be a big brawler who gets in people's faces and takes advantage of his self-sustain to really get a lot of kills and make a lot of space. So, I don't know if I'll end up putting him in, like, maybe B tier on my new tier list. That's kind of what I've been thinking about, like, should I move him up to B or not? But yeah, like, when you play him against something like, you know, a lot of percent base damage, like, you know, Cassie's meta right now with her percent damage. You play him against, like, Tyra or Skye or anyone like that, he does tend to struggle. He tends to struggle in general against a lot of crowd control effects because he has no barrier to block said crowd control. And so, you know, he just ends up getting, you know, base tanking just a ton of CC. And, ah, crap, yeah, speak of the devil. Alright, I'm ulting you guys, get out of here, get back, stay back, run away from me! Run! Very far away from me, I don't want to die. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm 1 HP. Okay, we're fine. Let me refresh my soul armor there, get a bunch of healing there, and we're good. We're absolutely good. And yeah, you can use Enforcer to block a lot of that CC. But, you know, enemies can just try and CC you after the Enforcer period is over, which is something that might be difficult to do sometimes, but is definitely a possibility. It does happen quite a lot. And I do feel like he still has too many counters. What could you do to get rid of those counters? Well, you don't want to get rid of the counters completely, because Raum's the type of champion who, when he's strong, he is the ultimate pub stomp champion, right? You want a good champion for farming gold players? Go play some Raum. Gold, silver, bronze, oh man. Raum is a menace, because he's, you know, he's got 8,000 health. He's got a minigun that, while its range is rather weak, it does do a lot of damage up close. And all that power, it makes him a very expert duelist and really good at making space. So, yeah, like, you gotta be very careful about that. There's a fine balance, of course. Ooh, can we get that Talus? Hey, nice. But yeah, one thing you maybe could do is shift some of the CC immunity into base kit. It's a very dangerous idea, but you could potentially experiment with maybe like putting the 1.2 seconds of crowd control immunity into base and then maybe giving its Enforcer like 3 seconds or something like that. That might be a little bit too much, but it is one idea you could do. Another idea I had would be not to shift his damage, but to shift, I guess, the way his weapon handles. by giving him less spread and more recoil. So that way, you would be able to have a bit more potency at those medium ranges. What the heck do I mean by that? Well, his minigun, as it stands, it has bullet spread that makes it so that even if your aim is very good, a lot of the bullets will still miss the target, especially if you're aiming at, someone skinny who's also strafing, like Leon. At those medium ranges, you're actually missing a good chunk of your bullets. And so by reducing the spread, but increasing the recoil, you'd have to have better mouse control by making sure that you're actually aiming your mouse down to compensate for the recoil and all that. But by having less bullet spread, if your aim is good and you do have that good, aim and trigger discipline, then you would be able to actually, have better damage at those medium ranges. He'd still have fall off. It still wouldn't be, perfect spread either, but it's another idea where you could, retune the weapon and make it feel better. Kind of like what they did to Kinessa, where, if we just take the charge rates... Ooh, crap. Ow. If we take the charge rate and the damage adjustment out of it, right, what happened to Kinessa's weapon? Well, it got an FOV adjustment, and that FOV adjustment doesn't change anything in terms of the math of how much damage she does, but it makes the weapon feel so much better. And I feel like this would be a change kind of in a similar vein to that, where it would make Raum feel better without, making him stronger on paper or anything like that. It's just a thought. Let me know what you think about it in the comments section down below, and let me know your own thoughts for Raum in the comments section, how much of an adjustment he needs, if you even think he needs an adjustment, anything like that. I'd love to hear it. I always love reading ideas in the comments section. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, and I have a laugh. Either way, very entertaining. Alright, Maeve, you gotta stop. I don't know if I can get you out of my backline, but by golly, I'm gonna try. Oh, you used both your pounces? Oh, you're using your prowl too, man. You got everything. She's gonna make it out of there. Yep, okay. Another thing I can do, by the way, is I can buy Bloodbath, or any other item. And I will buy Bloodbath this match, because holy crap, my team needs it. They need me to be their healer. But the reason why it'd be good on Raum, especially compared to a lot of other champions, is because with Subservience specifically, not with his other playstyles, but with Subservience, because he's healing his entire team pretty much the entire match, Raum is capable of getting an assist for almost every single kill that happens. I'm shooting this Talus, I'm getting heals out to my entire team right now, and then if they get a kill, I get an assist for that. And so, I can use those assists to proc Bloodbath and heal myself and heal my team. And then Rejuvenate makes that healing even stronger, because, well, it affects Bloodbath. There's an item synergy there. So, that's something that is also very cool to think about with Raum here. I'm gonna go for an ult. Wow, that was totally pointless. Okay, at least we killed Omen. Let me get some Rejuve, and then let me start to get Bloodbath here. The very powerful thing about Bloodbath this patch, if you haven't tried it out, by the way, is that they buffed it to allow it to true heal now. So it's back to true healing just like old Kill to Heal. And it gives healing over time for 4 seconds. It scales up to, I think it's 1040 at level 3, I want to say. And it can stack up to 2 times. So if you get 2 eliminations back to back, you get, double the healing output. So, yeah, it's a lot stronger if you're able to snowball kills. The prerequisite, of course, is that you have to be able to get kills. If you're not getting kills and you're not getting eliminations, obviously it's a lot worse than something like Life Rip. But there are some very powerful synergies that you can make with it, and I've been experimenting with it a little bit off camera. It's a very nifty item, to say the least, now. Certainly a lot better than it used to be. I still don't know, how good it is now if I were to put it on a tier list, but it's definitely not a D-tier item anymore. That new honor of being the worst item probably goes to Horde now. There's genuinely no circumstance where this is valuable, unless you can get the golden opportunity of a match that's long enough for Horde to pay itself off and pay dividends, but not too long to the point where you max all your items out and you're spending several minutes just gathering credits that don't actually mean anything, that are useless, right? So, very niche item. But holy crap, we actually pushed that through. We are 3-1 right now. What on earth? Why is this winning? This is such an unrealistic demonstration of the Raum indirect buff here, but by golly, it is entertaining, is it not? Alright, I'm going to pop this to give my teammates some healing and also give myself more health going into this fight. Now, I'm not building healing off of this Ruckus, but I think I can still take him on. Because he's just a big, easy target for me to shoot, and then I can heal my team off of him. So, plus it's easy for me to headshot him when you run a straight conflict like that. Ruh-roh! I'll do a drive-by. Oh, I got Void Grip directly into him. Hold on, hold your horses. Uh-oh, I'm dead. Okay, that was a bit of a misplay. But, oh yeah, it looks like we're going to get taken down here a little bit. Gonchim, what the heck are you doing while you're getting the kill? Can you get out of there? Wow, okay. Silly, silly Ruckus plays. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do nothing, because I can't touch the point in time. I was thinking maybe I could run in there, but comeback mechanic ticks too fast, so I guess this match goes on. But yeah, the thing I was talking about with Bloodbath and proccing eliminations to get Bloodbath up really consistently, the same thing works with all the on-kill items. So you want to play some Lethality, Subservience, Raum, you get basically a permanent 60% movement speed bump. It's very funny. Sentinel is very valuable on Raum, because not only does it block slows and knockbacks, both of which can be pretty deadly, especially knockbacks. Yeah, you can block that, and you can also get a shield basically every time someone gets an elimination. That adds up to a lot of extra effective hit points. And, of course, you can do it with Trigger Scent if you want to, and get a bunch of extra damage on one of the strongest weapons in the frontline class in terms of its raw paper damage output. If you're up close to somebody, Raum's weapon is just as good as Ruckus's. It's better than Torvald's ever since Torvald's got nerfed. It really only gets outshadowed by, not Torvald, excuse me, Storm of Bullets Khan. So, yeah, very good in that department. Although, certainly I think Lethality would get more value than Trigger Scent. It's cheaper, and holy crap, going that fast on someone like Raum is just absurd. Also, man, if I wasn't reloading there, I would have been able to save Ruckus with a Subservience. Or at least been able to delay his death by a little bit. Okay, and I don't know why I just ran in there. Let me refresh my healing, give some heals to those guys. I will be so curious to see my healing output at the end of this match. My self-healing is obviously phenomenal, but how much healing am I giving to other teammates? With a 30% boost to Subservience. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be pretty crazy. But of course, if we were in a strategy like this, last patch, it would operate a bit differently. In some ways, it would be better. Even though Raum wouldn't have better self-sustain, he would have better sustain for his teammates if they all bought Rejuvenate. Because last patch, Rejuvenate countered Cauterize, this patch it doesn't. So in this late-game scenario here, they would be getting more healing while they're under the effects of Cauterize. But, yeah, that would also come at a massive credit drain. Because, you know, everyone on my team would have to buy Rejuvenate. That is thousands more credits spent than what I have to spend just me buying it. So, yeah, is the trade-off worth it? I mean, probably, considering they can buy all these extra items now. They can invest into Master Riding, Chronos, armor plating, all kinds of stuff like that. And I dare say that's probably worth it in the end, especially if they're good about cleansing Cauterize, and then I can hit them with my healing uncauterized. And then at that point, it's definitely worth it to have new Rejuve. And also, again, it stacks with new Bloodbath, which is obviously a lot stronger. So, a lot of really interesting stuff here, and this is certainly a very cool playstyle. I am very glad that the Rejuvenate rework has enabled this to be a thing, because Raum has needed some love for a while now. And this is such an interesting way to play the game. I mean, it's so different from the way you normally play tanks, right? Whoever thinks about Raum being a healer. Also, whoever thinks about Raum going 33-4 in a match with no healer. I am my own healer, gosh darn it. I don't need no Ceres, I don't need no Furia, no one like that. I am Raum, Lord of the Abyss. Let's go. Alright, let's try and win this again. My ult usage has been really bad this match, so... Are you kidding me? He sent that directly at me? I'm just getting all the ults! Okay. Child, can you go away, please? Wow, he straight up wins that. 6,000 damage from Veracharger. Okay. That's great. Thank you, Talus. What a fun and interesting character. Well, we need to group up. They have comeback mechanics, so they're going to be capping this pretty fast again. But we have the advantage of losing the team fight a little bit sooner this time. Can I clip that pass there? No, I can't. Okay. Well, bad ult usage yet again. But yeah, because we lost the team fight sooner, it means we get back to the fight faster, which means we have overtime now. So I'm going to pop my way back here, knock that Damba around. Let's get some healing to the team, get that kill real quick. Ash has got the point, so let me help with Ruckus back here. We're going to heal my team off of this if we can. Gonna go for a run real quick. Oh, I missed him. Oh my goodness, Omen, you're schmoovin' so much. Well, we got Ruckus out of the backline and we're making space right now, so I think we're looking pretty good for now. And we might actually cap this. Let me pop this, refresh my soul armor so I can keep getting that rejuve buff. Heal my team. I've got 8,000 health up here right now. Anyone want to challenge me? Please don't let my health expire, though, Ruckus. Come here. There we go. I get my souls. And they don't touch and we actually win. No true healer, Raum, 5 tanks, randomly coming out here in a real match, and we actually won it. That is tremendous. That is so crazy. Got the same amount of healing as Maldamba. As Mal frickin' Damba. What? What? That is stupid. That is so... Okay. Okay. You can't script a better video, dude. That is just incredible. Our tanks actually really seemed to know what they were doing. Like, they picked 5 tanks, they said, YOLO, we're memeing, but they actually played pretty well. I mean, Ash with 10 kills, Ruckus getting top kills in the lobby. We managed to make that happen. The enemies didn't have the best comp, which I think helps, you know? They had an Omen going 1 in 12, doing a bunch of damage but not getting kills. And they didn't have a good tank buster besides that, and they only had Ruckus, which is definitely why that worked. Do not try this particular 5-tank strategy in your own matches. But, by golly, I mean, yeah, Subservience Raum is back on the menu with this Rejuvenate buff, or a Rejuvenate rework, and Raum in general. Yeah, in the situations where he's good, he just got a whole lot gooder. So that's extremely exciting, and yeah, I think this is a lot of fun. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Make sure to drop a like on this video, and like I said earlier, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe. And also, if you want to support the channel directly, there are a bunch of ways you can do that. You can check out the Twitch channel, you can check out the Discord server, you can become a member by joining the memberships program down below. You get a whole bunch of perks for the different price points. I'd really appreciate that as well. Or you can just go on over to the Nexus, nexus.gg/AndrewChicken, and you can buy crystals and support the channel directly in the process. Officially affiliated with Evil Mojo, by the way. So yeah, go check all that stuff out. With all that being said, thank you guys for watching. I will see you all next time. Peace out.